Welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 65.
Hi, my name is Talia. I'm also known as Franciscan Gypsy on Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, and just about everywhere else.
I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico on Ravelry, on Plurk, on Fitbit, and as Shadowlight or Shadowlight1 on The Voice and my other writing sites, and just as Marlisha everywhere else.
We might be a little bit rushed today. Today's Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
So, in the United States is Labor Day. I don't think we have that in Britain.
Well, they might have it at a different time of year. I was doing some stuff for Seton, and somebody had said that they thought there was something similar, but it wasn't called Labor Day, and they didn't know when it was. So I don't know. Somebody will tell us. Rose Bob or somebody will let us know.
But we might be a little bit distracted / rushed because of that. There's a lot going on.
It's a lot later today than normal because things have been, it's a holiday and everybody's home and we've been doing things. So, yeah, we will try not to be too disjointed and keep things moving.
I guess our welcomes and the Alzheimer's awareness.
Right. So we'll do a publicity first. So we have 4 new members?
Yes, 4 new members. We have Wallace Knits, who is Linda. So welcome aboard, Linda. Very happy to have you. We have Reggie, who is Karen.
Yeah, you might want to preface this. It's going to sound like we're repeating ourselves, but we're not.
Yes. And then there's Lindsay, who is Karen. So Karen versus Karen. Maybe the other one's pronounced Karen.
I think they're both Karen. It's just a different spelling.
And then there's Karen Faye.
Or Fee or Faye. I don't know how it's pronounced either.
I figured pronounced like Santa Fe.
Yeah, that's what I figured too.
So welcome aboard, guys. Very
glad to have you.
Happy to have you. Look forward to seeing those of you who say that you're going to be at the Fiber Festival later this month.
Yes, we're really excited about meeting everybody there. It'll be a lot of fun. Very exciting.
Alzheimer's awareness.
Alzheimer's awareness. As far as I know, that is still going on. We have the information will be continued to be linked on our project page. Anastasia Knits Designs is doing is sponsoring the awareness. It's not a CAL, it's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And all the information is on her site, which we will link, and you will be able to get all the pertinent information there. It's a very worthy cause. I believe that she still has that blanket that will be, I believe, a prize. It's a beautiful blanket that she created, purple, the Alzheimer's colors.
Yes.
So we will have that again as a link this week on our thread for this episode. Please check it out. And thank you for those who have already done so, who have either donated or spread the word or whatever you have done to help. We really appreciate it. I know Anastasia does as well.
So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the hook, which are the whips. How many do you have?
I have 1.
Okay. So
I am very monogamous and very boring today.
I'm going to start with the one that's in my hands. It's a Podiversary sweater, which is the Sugar Maple pattern by Karina Spencer. I'm using Kimberly R's, her yarn's actually called KR Dye Works. Yarn in the Ultra Merino 3-ply sock in the Pen, Hook, and Needles colorway. The pattern was gifted to me by Cappy913, who is Kathy of the Knit Nerd podcast. And I am in, I'm not sure if you can tell, the 3rd gradation. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you can see this is a lot better lighting with this camera. You can actually see the gradation of the purple.
So you have red to lighter purple to the darker purple.
Yeah, kind of a lavender to a purple.
So.
Yeah, to a grape kind of color.
And that's pretty true to color.
It is actually, and we don't have any light in here. It's all natural light in here, despite the fact that it's 6:30 in the evening.
There you go. I think I have like 10, 12 more rows, and I start actually separating for the sleeves.
That's awesome.
But I guess I should probably do another one and then let you.
Yeah, how many do you have?
1, 2, 3.
Because nothing really got any work for me except for what I'm doing.
5.
Yeah, you need to keep going.
Okay, so I don't even really count this as a whip, but I'm still going to bring it up because it's been a while since I've shown it. For about half a row or a row, I worked on Davina's Disco Night Sun knitting for her. It's a Tortellino pattern by Valentina Cosciani using US 2 needles in the Wild Hair Fiber Studio Pinnacle Fingering the Neon Lights colorway. So it's not much farther than when you last saw it.
But it's pretty. It's fun to look at.
But there it is.
Ooh, colors come out nice.
Yes, it gives you a chance to see it with a new camera.
In all its glory.
So
all its
it has not gotten a whole lot of work since I started doing all the sweaters. But it will get love again once the Penhook and Needle sweater is off the needles. Because this is my traveling project when I don't have the Penhook and Needle sweater.
Keep going.
I'm going to do one more and then I'll make you go next.
I don't want to be next.
Well,
keep going.
Why do I keep talking for like 5 projects in a row? I mean...
Well, why not?
You don't wish to.
Your wishes are of no consequence. He just looked at me very strangely.
I know he did. Okay, so I worked on this a little bit. I can't even remember how much I did of this. Did I write a note? No, I did not. This is the black cherry because I need yet another red sweater. I think I'm using, thank you, US 6s. This is the Miss BB pattern by Bonnie Marie Burns. Oh, I'm using US 8 and US 6s.
You can hold something?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just finish the stitch. Okay. All right.
I'm using Kimberly R's Merino Cashmere Nylon Aran in the black cherry colorway.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm alternating skeins.
Okay.
I'll probably after this sweater, alternate every other row instead of every row, so I can do 2 skeins versus 3. But there you go. Color is pretty accurate. It does have white spots. I think that's intentional to be like the shine on a cherry.
It's very pretty. It doesn't detract from it at all to have, because it's not really like out and out white. It's more like a pinky kind of white. So it's very pretty.
So this is the back. Once I'm done with the back, I'll be able to do the fronts. So it's starting into the cable section. So this is a very nice project, very enjoyable. It's just all the alternative skeins, which can be a bit of a pain in the neck. But it's worth it, I think, for the end product.
But you're worth it. Sorry.
Your turn.
I have been monogamous this week. Absolutely, completely monogamous. I have been avoiding my sweater not because I don't want to finish it, but because the sleeves are irritating me. And I think I need to write the designer and see if I'm reading the pattern correctly, even though I had Taya look at it. So I didn't do any work on the sweater, didn't do any work on the setna. All I wanted to work on was the shawl. And that's the shawl by Anastasia, from Anastasia Knits Designs, Anastasia Zattel. It's called the Serena Shawl from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Knits. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter eye hook and Yarn Bee Soft Secret in the bright blue and mist colorways, as well as this gray that I'm not sure what it is. I'd have to look it up. I did take the advice I was given and decided to use the 3 colors. I made a lot of progress on this, and I think, oh, there it is. I made a lot of progress on this despite a fairly large mistake. I got to the first stripe, and it sort of puckers a little bit, and I said, well, let me just see what happens if I keep going. And it got really ruffly, and the pattern is not ruffly. See, it's not, oh, it's kind of dark pink, black and white, but it's not there's no ruffles on the edges, okay? And it finally got to the point where I didn't even care if that was the way the pattern was going to be. I didn't like it. So I tore it out, tore out all the stripes up to the second row of the first stripe. I pulled it all back and I pulled it all out because I misread the way I was supposed to do it. I was not good in algebra. So when you put something in brackets and then you put it in parentheses, you confuse me. I need you to put it in separate stages. So I figured it out by myself. And I not only got to the point, it took me longer to tear it out than it did to put it back in. Okay? And so by the time yesterday was finished, I had torn all that out and gotten past where I was to begin with, and still had, for the silver section, this much left of what I used, which tells you how much it was puckering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
She had this big, like, frilly edge.
Okay, now, this is what it looks like now.
So much better.
Okay, you see that it's not puckering. It's just puckering where I can't reach any further. This thing is huge. I didn't realize how big it actually is. I think it's pretty close to done. I was hoping it would be finished by the podcast today, but things life got in the way. And so a couple of trips to the doctors and appointments and things like that, and I just didn't manage to finish it. But you can tell it's going to be fairly good size. I like the colors. I haven't seen it. Yay. Okay, that works. So I'm enjoying it. It moves pretty fast now that I actually know what I'm doing. It's not Anastasia's fault. I want to make that perfectly clear. She does write the pattern quite clearly. I just couldn't understand it. Okay, I don't have a pattern brain. It has to be trained. And that's what I'm doing. I'm training my brain to read patterns. Because the last couple of times I had difficulty, I did not ask Talia. So, I mean, I talked to her about it, but I didn't have you fix it for me.
Well, this past time, you didn't tell me till after the fact.
Did I fix it? Yeah. So I was proud of myself. And that is basically what I've been doing. I have not touched anything else. I want this done so I can concentrate on my sweater. I'd still like to get that done before the retreat. I don't know if that's doable or not, because right now I want to do something else, and we'll talk about that later. I'm going to go back to you.
Okay. So then that leads into the sweater I call Legless. This is the Vivian pattern by Yosal Teague. I'm knitting a size 36 using US 9 Knit Picks Interchangeable Circulars and Stonehenge Fiber Mills Shepherd's Wool in the Blue Spruce colorway. I'm probably like, I think last time I was 17 rows off. I'm like 10 rows off till the end of the body.
Oh, okay.
And
that sounded really funny, like you were off. Like you were not correct.
Oh, no. I changed yarn balls for the first time in a while. And after I do these last 10 rows, I should be able to start the sleeves.
Yay.
So that'll be exciting.
Yay for sleeves.
It'll be something different. Something with less charts.
What do you have against charts?
Well, when you have 3 per row, it gets a little
more.
But
oh, isn't that pretty?
It's showing up quite well.
Bring it up a little so I can see the cable.
And I can't tell what you can see because I can't see what's.
Yeah, they can see the seed stitch and the cables. Is there any way of widening, or is it just stuck on the cable?
It's stuck on the cable.
Yeah. Maybe put a little closer there. Yeah, now they can see it a little bit better. There you go. Very nice.
So, Mom knows what you're seeing. I have no idea what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's hard to really tell because, let's see if we put it down slightly. There. It's kind of hard to get the cables, but you can see the pattern, the general pattern, just not the detail too well. I think it's the lighting in here right now because we're losing the natural light here.
Oh, it might also help the fact that I'm showing
Turn
the
back.
back.
I just noticed that. Yes.
I'm
okay,
really
there
tired.
you go. Now you can see
I'm
it.
not quite sure why I'm tired.
Because the weather's been icky. There you go. Now you can see the cable patterns. Oh, there, the light just adjusted. Very nice. Okay.
So, yes, it makes a lot more sense. So what you were seeing before with the back, this is the actual front.
Actually, she wears all her clothes inside out. Okay.
So,
what's next? Oh, you didn't give any particulars.
Yes, I did. You just weren't paying attention.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really off today. I worked last night.
And she had to get up a little bit early because we went out to Jalisco's to celebrate the holiday, and she had to get up just a little early to do that. So, yeah.
And then for just the sake of relaxation, I pulled out a very old whip. I pulled out my Hank McCoy No Makers fiber that I'm spinning on a top whirl. Woo! Guess I'm going to just spin this a little bit.
I don't care the top whirl as much when I tried it. I guess I can
like
get used
the
to
top
it.
whirl because well, you can see how thin I've been spinning.
I might have to try it again. As long as it has the support. Can you have a supported top whirl?
Not that I'm aware. I don't know that much about spindling though. So I tend to put a ton of. Now I learned to spin from YouTube videos, and I think actually Nitpicks put out a video done by the girl who writes Respect the Spindle. So that's where I learned my spinning technique. And I'm a park and drafter.
I like the fact that that has a groove that holds the fiber in place. Right here.
Yeah, I like that too. And I just sort of course, watch me break my, thread on the podcast because that will be what I deserve for showing off.
We haven't done it in a while.
So
pretty good.
This has been on my spindle for a while. My biggest concern is not necessarily even spinning it thinly or consistently, although of course that's an issue when you don't spin very often. It's the plying, because I've lost more yarn from plying than I have from anything else. Parking and drafting, I guess, is more beginner technique. It works for me, so I just stick with it. I would love to attempt a wheel at some point. I don't see that happening at any time soon because I did not want to spend the money to do 2 classes at the Fiber Festival. Not to mention this beginning spinning classes on Sunday, and I didn't want to do a class on Sunday.
Right. That's our shopping day if we can't manage to get anything done on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 classes.
So I don't know when I'll be able to try a spinning wheel, but I'm not sure I might like that better.
I might find that easier. What did I do with my...
What are you looking for?
My paperwork.
I'm going to finish spinning this one.
It's been one of those
part.
days. Just one of those days.
What paperwork are you talking about, Mom?
My pattern.
I didn't know you took it out.
Yes, I did.
It's behind you, I think.
Oh, okay.
Just be taking it with me. There we go. Almost done with this particular.
Off my pen too, but that's okay. I'll wait till you're finished with the thing. Oh, there it is. All right. No, I'm okay now. I have everything.
You are never okay.
That is not, in fact, accurate.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Yes, we are doing movie quotes.
But we can talk. No FOs.
None. To speak of. None.
Yep. Obsessions. What do I have down? We used to call it obsessions. Now it's
we're still getting used to the new setup.
It's now called
on the bookshelf.
Autobiography.
Rough draft.
Well,
no rough drafts.
I do have, however, what we used to call stash enhancements.
Yeah, but we're not there yet, are we?
I don't know. I'm going all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead, and I'll get to the other stuff later.
I just picked up the new bow knitting. I don't usually like their patterns. There's a couple sweaters I liked in here this time around.
You almost said verbatim what Kim Sockmoney said about it. She picked up one. She picked up the last one, I think. The one with the antler picture on the sweater or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that one was stupid looking.
Right.
I do like this. I'm not showing it very well. I don't like the furry thing. I like the cape.
Yeah, the furry thing is not part of it, is it?
It's a different pattern.
Oh, it is a pattern.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
You use spun fur for it?
I don't like it, so I'm not going to make it.
I like that one.
You see, I don't.
You liked it to begin with.
I like it to begin with, but I don't like the sleeves. I think the sleeves are ugly.
I like the sleeves.
Because they're those weird, weird sleeves.
I like weird sleeves.
I
like that.
The one they call it, the grandfather sweater.
Which is the button down.
It's a button down one.
It's really nice.
So, those are the ones that made me get the magazine.
We should probably have closed some of our blinds and stuff and turn on the light because we're getting light across our faces.
Oh, it's okay. We'll survive.
No, we should look like I'm in jail. I am not, in fact, in jail.
So, that was that magazine. My other obsession has been Rawhide. I've been still watching it rather obsessively.
That's an understatement.
But, yeah, I'm kind of boring right now.
We're not all that excited. We're preparing for the excitement that will be this month with all the stuff we have planned, both fiber and non-fiber related. Sneeze.
Oh, heart rate update. Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
I have not had another incident of the high heart rates.
Thank God.
Yeah, since last time we podcasted. Had a little chest tightness, but I think that might be weather related.
Yeah.
Because I've had a complete cardiac rule out, so with the heart rate going up, and my heart rate's not going up with the chest tightness. I just kind of wish it would go away because it's been on and off since last night.
Right.
When I began my shift, so I kind of wish it would go away because now it's 24 hours later.
It happens with the weather sometimes.
It's not like I have any difficulty breathing or anything with it. It's just tight. But anywho, that's all for me. I'm kind of boring. Wow, this is going to be a really short one.
Yeah, we don't have a lot to say today, really, and I'm trying to read a pattern.
We also were podcasting a lot later than we normally do.
Yeah, we didn't have a chance really to prepare.
I have a student I'm presetting I'm meeting up with tomorrow.
And we have a major, we get to go to the hairdresser, and it's not going to be our normal one because she had her baby a month early, so she's not there. And the other lady who would have been our substitute, her daughter's having a baby and was late, so she's probably not going to be there either. So we have somebody that we are completely unfamiliar with, and that might take a while. So we didn't know if we'd get to podcast tomorrow. Between her upcoming work stuff and the hair appointment, and then my work and her sleep and all kinds of stuff. So we just said, okay, we'll try to get one out to you. So we apologize if it's boring and not as animated as usual.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Stash Enhancements as well. I don't have a lot. They did cash my check and Talia's check for the Shenandoah Fiber Festival for our classes. We will not know if we got into the classes until they've reached the minimum. They think that we should be fine for the cable class, but they're not so sure about the Tunisian class, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that. But my my stash enhancements do have to do with the classes, and I'm sorry for the crinkling. I didn't have very many Afghan or Tunisian crochet hooks, so we found some on Amazon. These two I found at Hobby Lobby. But the thing is, they asked for a K or an L, and all I could find were JK. So the only way we could find an L was the set that we found. I found it. I found it earlier, but I thought they were plastic, so I ignored them. So this one has an L, and it looks like an M or something, huge one. So there's like a set of what, 8 or 10 hooks.
Yeah.
So I have my hooks for that. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. My husband's talking to my daughter.
Other daughter.
Other daughter, yes. And then I picked up, actually I didn't have to pick up any hooks any needles for the cable class. All I picked up was, Knit Picks finally got their locking stitch markers in. I've been waiting for months. I love Knit Picks. I love Knit Picks, but they have never notified me, ever, when I put something on a notifications list. Ever. They never notify me. So I don't know how long these had been in stock, but I finally got my stitch markers, and I went and got another pair of scissors because I love their scissors, and I'm going to bring these with me to the Fiber Festival. Do you have any more stash enhancements, or can I continue?
Nope, I'm good.
My big and stash enhancement I got today. My husband, I'd been notified that I needed to get a new phone, and I was just going to get an upgrade. We talked about a smartphone, but it was kind of pricey and everything. Well, the way they have things set up now with Verizon is it looks like they're trying to phase everybody into the smartphones. So in order to get the equivalent of what I had before and what they had before, it would have cost much more than what it cost us. I paid $1 to upgrade to my smartphone, as opposed to whatever it was, double and triple digits, to get the phone I would have liked that was just a normal phone. So I have, this is a Galaxy Stellar. Stellar? Yeah, Stellar. It's,
You'll send you a message. Oh, you have a missed call.
oh, it's probably the one I hung up on when they called me at the store. Remember they called for the survey?
Yeah. Oh, I need to set this up so you don't get every single email.
Okay, but let me show it to them first. So this is my Galaxy Stellar, my new phone. I'm still figuring it out. Ty is helping me to figure it out. We all have one now, even Davina, who does not have internet access because it was cost prohibitive otherwise. We just disabled the internet. And now that I have that, I am now involved with something I told myself I would never get involved with because I would not have a smartphone. My evil daughter put me on Instagram. So, if you want to befriend me, I am there. I don't know how active I will be, but I am there. And now I have pictures and things like that that I can apparently upload to Instagram and Ravelry and anywhere else I want to from my phone. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited about it. Once I figure out how to work it properly, yeah, I'm excited about it. So that's the last of my stash enhancements, I believe.
I believe you're right. I'm just trying to make it so Google stops.
All right, I'm going to keep going for then while she's doing that. There is, I was saying earlier that I wanted to work on my sweater and, of course, my Sedna, but something has been tugging at me to work on for a long time, since before the Podiversary Cal, which I forgot to mention that. The Podiversary Cal, I was...
That ends right before retreat.
That ends in the next week or two. We have at least another week, because we'll tell you next week when it ends. But I had wanted to make Cliff, the Amigurumi Brontosaurus by Stacy Trock. And I have the perfect color for it, and it goes with teal timber. So if I get the chance, I think this is teal. It's coming up a little bluish there, but I think this is teal. Teal is kind of a color that can go a little.
It's actually not showing up very well there.
No, it's
showing
not.
more like a sky blue there.
Yeah,
it's more of a green than that.
It's more of a green than that. I've been wanting to make that. I've been just feeling like I need to get something fun to do. I like making the shawls. I like making the sweater and all that. But I think with the toy along around the corner, I'm itching to get going on that. So I don't know if I'll get this done for teal timber or not, but that's what I want to do. Among other things.
I'll mess with this later.
Yeah, this is my phone later. Let me have it, please.
You like 46 on your battery.
Oh, I have to charge it.
But yeah, I don't think we've ever been this short, but...
What are we at? 15, 20 minutes?
We're heading to 30.
Yeah, we've done that once or twice before. We are just boring today because we didn't do a whole lot. I mean, even
we just don't have energy.
Yeah, it's just been a very, very slow week with the weather. We get the rain and the clouds and stuff, and for some reason it knocks us both out. So, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have to cut this short. Just a reminder of please do post your Podiversary projects and whips. We have a few more that have been posted. They're really pretty, and we're enjoying seeing them.
I'm way behind on Ravelry.
I had caught up. I am behind again. I'm a bad podcaster, but yes,
you are.
I did get some writing done. I had posted a new prompt, and I took a character. Unfortunately, I went past 500 words, so I I think I'm going to flush it out and then cut it down to meet the 500 words and then do something with the 500 because it goes to my Guardian series, my Gift of the Guardian series. So I'll have to see Rabka, yeah, and see if I can get her to cooperate enough for me to post it to the 500 Club. But other than that, my writing has been almost nil. I haven't really wanted to do anything. It seems like I work and I don't know where the time goes, and I only work 2 or 3 hours a day. So, yeah, I don't know.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we're so boring. I look horrible. Look at me. Ugh. Okay. Well, okay. She didn't deny it.
No, Mom, you look fine. There we go.
Okay, we're being silly. If we forgot to thank anybody that we should have thanked for something, we apologize, and we hope to be more animated next week. And we should have information on when the Podiversary Cal will be ending next week. So are we done?
Yep,
We are done. Okay. We wish you a very happy Labor Day, happy knitting and crocheting. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 65. That's a wrap.